What's up, YouTube? You're looking at the Oupes Mega 2, and you're talking to Brody here. I guess Brody's talking to you, right? Alright, here we go. This is the adventures of my Oupes Mega 2 problems and the resolve they gave me through Oupes. Let me see if we can turn this on first of all. There we go. They all came on now. So I bought this in the middle of July this year, 2025. And I bought the Mega 2 first. I brought it home. It worked great. I ran some solar on it. I ran 800 watts of solar through it. It charged good. It worked good. I saw the Oupes Mega 2, or the B2 batteries, excuse me, online on eBay through an Oupes retailer that was selling refurbished batteries. So I bought an Oupes Mega, or Oupes B2 battery. I keep calling it a Mega 2 battery. It's a B2 battery. Again, hey, don't laugh, guys. So hey, I bought the battery. I hooked it up and turned it on. I brought it home, turned it on, and it worked. You turn it on, and the battery would come on. It would charge and everything. And I was like, this is pretty awesome. Of course, being refurbished, I had worries, is this battery going to be good? Am I going to have problems with it? Are they going to take it back? But the battery worked, okay? So I bought 2 more B2 batteries. That's when the problem started. The batteries wouldn't connect. I had them to connect, I think, 2, maybe 3 times, and they wouldn't run for very long before they would disconnect and just turn themselves off. I tried different configurations, unhooking them, changing the batteries around, only going to 2 batteries, going to 1 and trying each one singularly. They all would work by themselves through the Mega 2, but if you connected all 3, they did not work. And all 3 B2s were refurbished batteries. So see where I'm going here, don't you? The problem started with the 3 B2s. So I thought, well, is there a problem with one of the batteries? Is it causing a problem? I mean, like I said, it would connect right away to one B2 battery, but it wouldn't connect to anything more than that. If you did try to connect more than one, it would be problems, and sometimes it would connect, sometimes it wouldn't. And if you did get it to connect, if you were lucky, it might disconnect itself a little later. Or when it gets fully charged, you'll come back and all the B2s will be shut off, and the Mega 2 is still on, and it's showing nothing connected to it. So I contacted Oupes, and they told me to try some different things. Of course, they wanted numbers off of this, order numbers, and all the numbers off of this thing to confirm that I bought it and what models they were and what date they were made and all that stuff. So I got them all that information. They sent me some things to try out and test, how to get it into the mode, to give you the trouble codes and all that stuff, and nothing came up. And I talked to them, but the more I played with this and I changed the batteries around, I started to suspect the Mega 2 more than I did the V2 batteries. But after talking to them, they said the same thing. They talked to their people, and they said, we think there's a problem with the Mega 2. Will you send it back? Would you be okay with that? And we'll send you another one out. And I said, sure, let's do it. So, needless to say, they sent me a shipping label. I sent the other one back. They shipped me out this one pretty fast and got it here, and it connected, and it's been fine ever since. It was definitely the Mega 2. I can turn this one on, and it turns all the batteries on right away. And let's say, Oupes stood behind their stuff. They stood behind the warranty. They talked to me. I say be patient if you talk to them, because you're going to be emailing them back and forth, and they are in China. They do not work on the weekends. So you're going to have to get them Monday through Friday. And usually they message me right at 7 a.m. or close to it in the early morning. And I'm in central United States. So they did fix it. And they even sent me an Oupes flashlight out, which I'm not real excited about, but it's not bad. Just to, as an extra gift and going through the trouble I had after spending all this money on this stuff, and it didn't work. So they did send that out to me. And on a good note, everything is working fine. I guess you can trust their warranty. This thing is fully charged right now. Let me just plug it in and see if it does anything, but just to make it charge, but I've got it totally topped up right now. But you'll see where it comes on, and it will charge all three batteries. I do intend to get the fourth battery for this. It's starting up a little bit, but it ain't going to do much because it is fully charged. But the nice thing about the B2 batteries too is that they'll take in 2100 watts of solar, just like the Oupes Mega 2. And while I'm discussing the solar, let me talk about this, because I've heard people talk about it before, and not many people that are doing reviews talk about this issue. But I've heard other people online comment and say stuff or on reviews, and their claim is they can't get 2100 watts of solar into this thing. And when I first got it, I didn't think I could either. I had bought all 100 watt panels, and it's a well-known brand name. But either way, I ain't gonna talk about what panels they were. They were 100 watt panels, and you can only connect so many panels in series before you hit the 150 volt, limit. What you can do is connect them in series and then run another set in series and run them in parallel. Run what they call series parallel, and you can up your wattage and stay under your voltage and your amperage where you're supposed to be safe at. So what you end up still doing is with the 100 watt panels, you're going to run out of voltage way before you can get enough wattage into this thing. But the right way to do this would be, if you can buy 350 watt panels, run them in a series parallel configuration, you can hit the 2100 watt mark on this. So they're not falsely advertising to you. You just got to get the right panels, the right configuration, and it can be done. I've only ran 800 watts through this thing on solar to test it so far. I still need to get more panels, and I'm probably not going to keep buying 100 watt panels. I think I'm going to go with bigger panels, 300, 350, 400 watt panels. Yes, you can connect to portable panels on this, but if you want some real power, especially when you're going to be running, multiple B2 batteries, you're going to need to be able to charge them too. But you're going to have 2100 watts of solar. You have a solar charger, solar controller in each one of these batteries, and the Mega 2. So every time you do that, you add a battery, you add another 2100 watts of solar. So you've got 2100, there's another 2100, it's 42, 63, and 8400 watts right there, all total combined. You can run on these. All these will take in solar. And those are some of the points and issues I've had, and I haven't heard anybody talk about any of that stuff, so I thought I'd put that out there. I'm trying to think of anything else I can leave you guys with. Let me think on this for a second. Well, I can't really come up with anything else. I think that covers everything. I mean, there's a lot of other videos on it if you want to know some of the specs and all the other stuff. There's videos out there, and people using it on their workbench in the shop, trying to show you how it works and all that stuff. But real world use, I think a lot of people are just getting these Oupes stuff sent to them for free and just testing it, and it's great, what I mean? I'm just getting real reviews these days is getting hard, even on YouTube. There's too many people bribed to give you a good video, a good review. So hey, I'm going to take off. This is Brody, and we'll see you guys later.